new stream. Today I'm going to be playing Doki Literature Club Plus for Xbox. Funny thing, I haven't actually tested to see if this thing works with Screencast, which is the thing I'm using to make my streams possible. So let's just hope it does. Continue with basic touch, idioto. Hey, it works. It's actually working. Yippee! Da, da, da. I haven't played this game yet. I know what happens, but I'm gonna act like I don't. Um, cool. I'm playing as myself. All characters in this game are over the age of 18. Yo, bet. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Okay, if you are a child, get out of the stream now! Oh, God. Yeah, you told me that already. So, I know in the original game, it had something to do with the files a lot. So how do they do that where you're able to do that on Xbox? Please enter my name. What's my name? What's my name? I'm joking, I know what my name is. Hey! I'm so good. Hold on. Oh, that's how I do that, okay. Settings. Okay, not that. Huh, hold on, I'll figure. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious from any attention she might draw to herself. Cool! That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it kind of just works out because you've known each other for so long. Yeah, I guess so. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Okay. If she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. What voice should I do for this woman? I'm not sure. I can't do a girl voice. I mean, I can. I overslept again! But I caught up to you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like we were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Green. I am a mean Green. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want to make them think we're a couple or something. Bruh. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Cool. By the way, Green, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? Yeah, did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free times on games and anime. Literally, that's what I do. Literally, that is what I do. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you don't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Shut up, please. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years just because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! What the crap? Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Ah yes, now we're in school. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Literally me every day. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Bro, check out the napping club, or something. That's... Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. Bro! Move! Get a move on! Get out! I thought I'd catch up to you out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Jeez. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late in your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, I thought that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Jeez. Why is bro gonna be so mean about it? Meanie, for real! Sayori is vice president of the literature club. I mean, it's the name of the game, so... Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it was going to be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Let bro go to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. Bruh. Okay. And Atsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Idiot. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned this all out. Yeah, I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Yeah, that sounds like something I would do. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. By the way, like I said, I do know what happens, but I don't remember it all. It's been a while since I've seen anyone play this game, so I don't remember it all. You know. Everyone, new member is here. I never said I would join. I told you, don't call me new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Green, what a nice surprise. Okay. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Bro! What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one that made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and turns You can just ignore her when she gets all moody. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smallest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Green. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Cool. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. and basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Green. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit down next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Oh, they keep it... Okay. Where do you make the tea? I don't see anywhere here to make tea. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Where? I don't see it. It just looks like regular desks. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Do I have to choose? Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Is there a tea maker in the closet? Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! How do you make that sound? What is that sound? Natsuki lifts the foil up off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Cool. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. Show me what they look like? So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Okay, but Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sorry if you can't tell who the crap I'm voicing. I can't make multiple voices. So you'll have to read it. You'll have to read who's talking yourself. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Nah, she bought it from Costco. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like I... haven't I heard this somewhere before? No? Yeah? Maybe? It's not like I made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you know, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the confrontation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. Oh, okay, so there was a tea set in the closet. She carefully places a teacup in front of each one of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? I know, right? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yeah? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress. Yeah, I believe that. And that's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider joining What made you consider the literature club? Sayori. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home. Okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. Oh yeah! A festival! Okay. How long have I been streaming for? 14 minutes already. That's cool. I'm gonna go grab something to drink and we'll be right back. Alright, I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Oh, why they were all. Why did I say we? Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Green, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, y'all knew me in real life. I like manga. Let me turn on my video real quick. Hold on. Right, I have like all the Demon Slayer mangas. I don't know if you can see that, but that's all Demon Slayer mangas. And I have a bunch of Dragon Ball Super mangas. Yeah. I never thought I would freaking use crap. What did I just do? Oh crap. Technical difficulties. Hi. Sorry about that. Hold on, I never did check the stream to make sure it was in the correct orientation. Hold on, let me check that real quick. But yeah, I like manga. I read manga. Alright, let's see. There's a dog barking. Doggy, can you shut up, please? Let's see, where's my videos? Your videos. And I need to go to... Doggy! Why? Why? Why are you barking? Alright, go to channel. Live. Oh, it ain't. Shoot. Or maybe that just happened? Oh no, shoot. It's been on the wrong orientation this whole time. Shoot. So it looks freaking small for y'all. Whatever the crap. I'm gonna be doing a video. I'm gonna be turning the live stream into a video anyway, so I can just edit it so it'll be regular then. Alright, let's just continue. Sorry about the freaking live being like this. So, Green, what kind of things do you like to read? Okay, I already know. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of it's manga, bro! I like manga. Bro! There ain't no freaking way. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Nah, you're not joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious that the way her eyes light up is that she finds me her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements and usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yeah, I guess. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. All of that just to say, okay. I read a horror book once. Have I? Have I? I don't see one over here. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I am a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. True, I'm saving the game. Game saved. Don't worry, y'all. What freaking save? I'm trying to figure out the file stuff. Alright. Surreal horror is on. Okay, yeah, we already read this. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Jeez. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Green? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What is that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come out forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Bro, there's 4 girls here, and you are not joining the club. Bruh. Literally. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Green, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's all like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes start lighting up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Okie dokie, I guess I'll join the club. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for cupcakes, I would be super angry. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Green, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Why do they laugh like that? Yeah. I can really impress the class star Monica. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Green, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Bet. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something might good happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Hold on. I'm saving the game. I'm saving the game! Hold on. I'm gonna... Hold up. Main menu. I just saved. Okay. Yes. What am I looking for exactly? Alright, let's just go ahead and do this. There's dogs barking again. Hold on. No. Doggy go outside. I'm being cold. Alright, sorry, I'm back. Let's see. Electricity, bed. Yo, bed. Uh, uh, puppy. Oh, shoot. Uh, oh, oh my god! Um, uh, oh, shoot. Um, uh, crap is this? Okay. No way. Hold on, can I restart? Can I restart? Yippee, I can restart. Okay. I'm trying to get Sayori. Fireflies. Flower. Sunset. Empty. Oh my god, are you okay, Sayori? Oh god dang it. Oh, shoot. Oh! Okay, yeah. You turn it. I'm loading the game again. I'm freaking loading the game again. Oh my god, I didn't actually make that up. Bro, is Sayori okay? Okay, yeah, I thought that would be her. I was just making sure. Graveyard would definitely be Yuri. Magic. I mean, Yuri talked about imagination, so yeah. Okay. Undertale reference. Crap. Yeah. Hold up. I'm freaking screwing up so badly right now. Hold up. Suicide. Oh, shoot, which one? Okay. Electricity. Disown. Joy. Yippee. Oh, I should have hit romance. Oh my god! Is Sayori okay? Yeah, okay. Yeah, because she loves sleeping. Crap. I mean, I'm fine, I'm still fine. Oh, okay. Man, this is harder than I thought. Existence? Memories. Depression. No! Jeez! Agonizing. Alright, I think I got enough of them. Okay. Hi again, Green. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Green. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. But Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Green always gives his best as long as he's having fun. Real? He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is always so messy, it's distracting. My room is always so messy, and it's distracting, but I don't clean it. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Green can become good friends too. Sayori. What, As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? What, wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so a nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? No such thing. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. How do you enthusiastically take a book? Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. What's the point of the club, though? Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the end of the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could possibly fall asleep right now. Bro, it's the napping club. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of the literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like all that, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone, something that speaks their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can't do the thing to speak into their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Food always does the trick. What do you mean? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. How much you want to bet she's always hungry? Anyways, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding out any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind into things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh, jeez! Jump scare! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry, wait. Actually, I'm not... My sister just sent me a picture. Another picture? Bruh! Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. Bro, I just want to be in the napping club. This isn't the nap- No! No! Does our school have a napping club? I hope. You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days in this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around herself. How is it written all over me? We're clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around there. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. Where? I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. I just did! Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button up her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Wow, okay, save the freaking game. Oh, I saved the wrong slot. Okay, whatever. Never mind. Alright. This is so funny. Of course it is. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. But don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. What? 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 How will the button come off? Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Okay, does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed it sooner. It doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ugh. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer. Okay, of course she does. Phew, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? Yeah, I guess that's how it works. 100% how it works. What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on getting to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Honestly, that sounds... Yeah. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again! Oh, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone! Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Green, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still tries to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Ugh! Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Green. I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez, I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a green poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. That's... Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Green. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. How long have I been streaming? 48 minutes. Okay. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. All right, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, by Sayori. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? Look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I have a feeling that... I don't know. Sayori, This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? That was my feeling. No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Cool. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Am I just tripping, or does the, background of Yori's look wider than everyone else's? Like, it doesn't change when I go over it. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want me to get smacked? I'll pass. Oh, hold on. Wait, what did I say? I think I messed the crop up. Oh, do you want to get smacked? Okay. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles Can Fly by Natsuki. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. So real. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just to be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all, however you say that word and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of your poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I said, I have a rhyme at the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from you. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Okay, now it's not as bright. I'm so confused. Was that just maybe I was tripping. I don't know. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. How did you get this? Stop. Whatever's giving me notifications, stop it, please. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually... Hold on. Sorry this keeps happening, guys. I was gonna wait for tonight to do this stream where there would be less interruptions. But I just didn't want to waste any time just in case. And it's a good thing I did because I just realized, because I just learned I'm going to watch a movie later tonight, so I wouldn't be able to do the stream. So, yeah. Sorry about all the interruptions, but at least I got to do the stream. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style more deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style, separate from other topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? It's more like a girl talk club, but... Ghost Under the Light. I can't read this handwriting. I mean, I can't read whatever freaking, like... Y'all can figure this out yourself. Hold on. What word is that? Of my... What? Beneath the amber glow, bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to love withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I don't know if that's what that's saying. I get... Yeah, you do! You do have terrible handwriting! What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Actually, I was, but it took you a long time to read. She knows. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I also liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more... I didn't have time to read that. Something easy... Hold on, I can just look at the history. Okay. Since it was our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more okay. How... Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Who? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Green. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more work than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingered in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Jeez. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. It makes me happy that you think that. And just remember that it won't take long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Just Monica. Hi, Green. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Green. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of a barrier that we all have to that all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica these freaking dogs barking. On, doggies! Just come back into my room to get a Monica jump scare. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounded like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it that too much? Could be. Oh gosh, I sounded like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. Gentle feel to it. I feel like most of the words I clicked on during that freaking, poem thing had to do with some sort of depression. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that somebody so happy would enjoy sad things too? I think she's depressed. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure they'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Anyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. I do have to worry. Anyways, do you want to read my poem? Okay. Alright. Okay, let me read the poem. Let me read it. Thank you. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film without the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking. She's getting spied on? So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Sorry, I forgot to do it. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting an have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems recently. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I guess I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay. Maybe Monica isn't bad. Oh no. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as everyone is judging me for even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks. But I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who really liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Green did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my own writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Jeez! Which I haven't yet. And Green liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Green appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one who... Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Jeez! What's happening? Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Green, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force him to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Green. Wait, there's a reason we should have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and make the meaning the most efficiently. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. Why did I have so much trouble reading that? Why? You understand that, right, Green? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's who it's gonna be. Bro, it's happening again! Yuri's, background is lighting up. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Green. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a suck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes— Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri are the same way they always are. Okay, I can't do this no more. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. Where? I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing to me. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Green, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learned something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. And now to myself with a newfound determination. Green, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No! That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew, you know, Green, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is gonna be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the type of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Stop simping, bro. Actually, technically that's me. Okay. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said more to myself than to her. But it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Time for the next poem, I guess. Oh, we're going for it now. Well, let me save the game. Save. Beep. Hold on. Alright, I've saved. I'm going to the main menu. Hold on, guys. I'll be back in just a second. Hold on, y'all. I just freaking went out of the game, came back in, and this is happening. Oh, shoot. Okay. Files. Oh! Okay. I found out. Yippee, I guess. Yo. Delete. Yo, let me just delete Monica real quick. How do I just go into the main game? Oh. Huh. That's... That's something. Doki! Okay. Let's load. Okay. Oh, shoot. Ah! let me just, I'm gonna load the game. Load the freaking game. Alright. Shoot. 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 God! Shoot, which one was it? Have I even done this? What the freaking game? Smile. Okay. Oh my god! Okay, I was starting to get the feeling they were all in the corner, because it kind of was. Oh. Oh? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I kind of thought that was her, but also you can never know when it comes to freaking Sayori. Oh my, okay. Does Sayori cut herself? Suicide of the Yuri. Okay. Joy. She doesn't seem like she has much joy. Death is probably Yuri. Alright, this last one. I just picked a random one. It doesn't matter. I already got mostly Sayori. Entering the club room would be usually. Oh my god! Why do these dogs keep barking? Hey! What's up? I don't want to. I mean, it's better with interruptions than not being able to do the stream, right? Hi, Green. Why? With the squiggly marks? Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club. That's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing for you to get in a good mood. But I guess it is always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Like that all of a sudden. No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. It's gonna have nothing in it. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins. She's broke. She's broke. Yeah, that's actually kind of me after buying this game, so. I only have literally $1 left, basically. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair! How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. Objection! So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry! Insert Vine Boom sound effect. And so that only leaves one option. Ah! I give up! Don't make me feel guilty! If you feel guilty, that only means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Green to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved in that like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like it when you speak into your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to respect the retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Hehehe. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it wasn't for the cupcakes! So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Hehehe. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles into the desk. Ow! What was it? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. I like how it appears in the corner. Like the screenshot thing. Because there's freaking text in the middle where it usually appears. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. I'm still really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and runs behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of it. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laughed as well. What? I don't want to go Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. A boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period cafeteria today, it was in study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I always know where you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Crap. I'm probably about to get a whole bunch of notifications. So just freaking bear with me, okay? Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Green. Monica smiles sweetly. The others just evaporated. I didn't mean to pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure... I don't think that's how you say that. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyways. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow has already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Green! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know, the festival is coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons, markers, and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Green to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Aw, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find a poster paper too, okay? Okay! Ready, Green? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and... Let me change my controller batteries real quick. Lily? Alright, I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyways? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep, we're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. Green, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots. The caressing final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned to this joy? For now on, I looked in every direction. The once whatever the crap field before me is a barren wasteland. Like that! Sayori. Why are you even clicking buttons for anyways? Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie! I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just meant that it's pretty an ordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is gonna be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around the hallway again. Hey, Green, this classroom over here is empty. let's begin the mission. The mission, it's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this, but in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to haul myself up in my room more and more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight through the closet, and I follow. Let's see what they have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too. They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling the various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. At least... Wait, was that me saying... I swear that... Whatever. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Did something just smack her in the face? Cat! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. Of course something did. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow, 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 ow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sayori. But it hurts! Just do it for a second. Let's see. I'm focused on the crayons right now. What's her favorite color? I don't think it has it. That's not a lot of crayons. That's a huge box, but not a lot of crayons. Anyways, Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. I just imagine a freaking cartoon bump on her freaking forehead. A bump is starting to form as- Oh my god! Man, it's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Green, where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. Of course they have a vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it would be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop the crayons back into the box. At least they were all already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Doesn't look like she is. It looks like she's... Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. It looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Green, this kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Yeah, what does she mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try and keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quickly as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were getting afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember it a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. I kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Green, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Even before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Green, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? I'm honest to myself. There's no telling where we'll end up before college or after that. So, crap, I didn't read that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't really want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's going to see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. So Sayori hops to her feet, looking normal again, by the way. She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Ugh. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. How long have I been streaming for now? Okay, that's a decent length, I guess. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try and hide the bump, but without much success. And at one point, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start sharing with our poems. And Sayori, your forehead, she's fine. Don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayon to smack my forehead into the shell. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right. Sayori frantically. I forgot all the stuff! Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper, too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Green. Well, Sayori... I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too! Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? I guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Who should I show my poem to first? It's not even a question. Green, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you hadn't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so no way! Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I didn't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. What the what? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But somehow you make everything in your life an adventure, even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. Yeah, because apparently she almost burned her house down once. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We kind of have that weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, say Green. Will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Bruh. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap? Ah! I broke my pencil! Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. I thought she was gonna bump into another table. Well, sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Just a little? Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Holy crap. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefingers and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on a shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle, a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles, deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps if it doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. They want my bottles that much. I frantically pull them from shelf to shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile beneath my feet. Happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be more for my friends who aren't smiling. They were all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo inside my head. She's taking the happiness out from her and giving it to her friends. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Did she say that? Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way, even if it helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best! I'm gonna keep writing until I die! I'll keep her word for it. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times? But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Should I show my poem to you? Yuri's just doing that thing again! I'm so confused! Okay, let's try Yuri. Is it my turn? Let's see how it compares to yesterday's. I see. It's a bit different. I respect you for trying different things, Green. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem? No, I was not. Or Sayori's, perhaps? Yes, I was. Well, I guess you could say that. I thought so. I'm happy for you. I don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I write them for myself, not for anyone else. So I don't really need for people to like them or anything. Yuri, I'm sorry for being so blunt, but you're overthinking this a little. Just because their styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, I've tried to do something in your style. If I tried to do something in your style, I would probably just do a terrible job. I see. I'm sorry. My stupid mind likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course, is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Again, I cannot read this. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the stuttering? Is that what that says? Of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies of an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconsciousness well aware of the consequences. Well aware that the raccoon is a... Well aware that a raccoon that is a... What? Will always come back for more. I don't know what that says. Beauty of my cutting knife was the I know this is cursive, but I can't really read cursive well, so that might be a bad thing. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge, the moon, and cements its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. This very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I think that's raccoon. I'm pretty sure that's saying raccoon. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps, I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken a following to me. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently. So my bread is always handy. Every time I blandish my cutting knife, the raccoon slows me in its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic, whatever, crab conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself once again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. I'm using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge my more usual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. I've officially almost been streaming for like 2 hours. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Green? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Good to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me not to completely miss the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long, you might as well be on the same wavelength. You never really stuck to me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. It was very unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Jeez. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands were probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world's better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's is way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues without simpler whatever crap, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. You know people like that? Actually, yeah, she does, because if you remember freaking earlier, I can't remember which one it was, but they were saying something about, like, hating, like, not thinking that manga is literature and not really liking Natsuki about that. Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. See? I know this game. But also, I don't remember that part. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some sort of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of if people find out, they'll make fun of you. Or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares about what somebody likes? As long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy, I think people really need to learn their respect for others for liking weird things. That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so... Not like there's anything wrong with that. Well, it's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has some trouble finding words. I guess I shouldn't try to be so mean to her. If she feels unsure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But by the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. I guess you could say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I like to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Just Monica. Hi again, Green. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying your help. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Just want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my favorite poem to Monica. Alright, it's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably, but you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. It's not like I'm unapproachable or anything, right? No, it's nothing like that. It's just they don't give you a freaking option to make a poem for Monica in this game. I'm still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright, but anyways, I want you to read my poem now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Can I take a look at the freaking history? Oh. Alright, that's not what that said. Alright, let's take a look. Not very long? Okay. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless... What's that word? Of meaningless. Noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. This woman is scaring me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I never seen before, I guess. Like, I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. By the way, I wrote the lines really short. By the way, oh shoot, oh my god. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they were trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. You ready for Monica's writing tip of the day? Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? You're talking about the game! You're self-aware! Get out of my face, please! I'm not even gonna do the full thing. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit down at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but it doesn't tell us what exactly we're gonna be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about that already. We're gonna be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're gonna be having a poetry performance. Each one of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come out and recite poems too. Sayori's putting in all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I can never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud in a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think that we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the Bandits Club. If we start the event and put each other on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being... reading all this. I'm joking, I have to. Finding new horizons and having fun. That's right. And it's one of those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others to inspire them to find the same feelings that you brought here in the first place? I know you do, and I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Atsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me with no choice. I agree. And I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess we'll have to get this over with. Alright! You. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have much of a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously gonna be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before. Is this something she's done before? Or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes I don't know the correct pronunciation of that word. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up, keeping her head down as she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of the Crimson Eye. Doesn't it? Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into one of her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that with her perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I said that multiple times! I'm the first one to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not like we didn't want to applaud for her. but we were caught off guard and we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. It looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it will come out best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem oh shoot, what did I say? I did not mean to click it. The poem isn't aimlessly less cheery than like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If we were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Green liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. Hold on, let me go stop these dogs from barking. Alright, I'm back. It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. It might be that other poems that wouldn't work quite as... I've been live streaming for way too long. I can no longer freaking speak. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery couldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. It's that, well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Well, the next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Green. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. I might as well let Green lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki? It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and sit in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident with my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry I'm not as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called, Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyways, the poem is called Jump. Off the building. Natsuki takes a breath. And once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little it's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving a life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, at least you feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people. I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I thought it would be the other way around for me. That's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you can have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time when you be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. Hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah? Alright, I'm probably ending this stream soon. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort for the club. It makes me really put your skirt down, woman. No problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, and I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and we'll have a weekend to prepare. Monday's the big... Oh! Did I do that? I did that. Oh my god. I can do that. Okay, cool. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. You can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica... Bro, shut up about Monica. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jesus, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Green. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's already been a few days, there's a lot that have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. Let's just say that one day, Yuri asks to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, I'll still walk home with you. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Geez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Green. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I can't really figure you out sometimes. So sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never gonna happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Alright, I'm going to end this here. I am going to save my freaking game. Can I delete this freaking save right here? Okay. Alright. Hold on, let me check the files. Alright, yeah, I can't just exit at any time. Okay, files. Is there anything new? No, not there. Game. Save, yeah, I saved. Poem words? Sayori's winning words? Oh my god. Someone screenshot this. 312, 321. Okay, I'm not gonna remember all that. Music. Hi, Kitty! Okay. What the crap is this? Okay. Side stories? The side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DLC. Oh! So I guess I've been writing poems for Sayori, so I've got freaking like these? I don't know. Okay, I am going to leave this off here, and I will see y'all in the next live.